All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of NYC Adoptee. NYC Adoptee. Today is day 5 of my exploratory journey, and for those of you new to the channel, this is an exploratory vlog, an exploration vlog that chronicles my journey through my identity as an adoptee, my identity crisis that I seem to be in right now, and feelings of stuckness and lack of purpose in life. So that's what this vlog is. It's a daily vlog, and I'm just posting, regardless of whether or not it's like technically good or edited perfectly. I'm just gonna post something every day. I'm gonna try to find exercises to work me out of this and see where I get. It's no deadline, just see where I get, because I gotta figure something out. So that's what the vlog is. If you want to know a little bit more about it or see the past 4 days where I've actually accomplished a lot, personally, then yeah, check out my other videos. This is day 5, and it's proving to be a frustrating start. The video from yesterday didn't export correctly, so I had to redo it at like 4 a.m. So I'm behind the ball today, and I'm posting as we speak, and I gotta make the thumbnail. I gotta do all the non-fun stuff, so it set me back a little bit. And in addition to that, I woke up just not in the same kind of upbeat mood. It's kind of like, I guess I had a push of excitement from starting this and moving, and now it's like, it's just, my energy is a little depleted, and I'm dedicated to continuing to post, so I'm gonna push through it and see what comes out on the other side. Today's video is kind of in the same line of the previous 2 videos, which is mapping out my life and kind of putting things on paper, trying to figure out how I got to this state that I'm at right now, which is this kind of feeling of like hopelessness and stuckness and inability to just move forward. So I made a bunch of progress yesterday. I looked at my school years, and then today I kind of wanted to go one step even further back and look at my life as an early child, as much as I can remember, and things that I've heard from my parents and my friends. I just kind of wanted to sift through that and see perhaps where my adoption pops up in those scenarios. And then I'll try to get out for a ride and do a talking portion on the bike, and perhaps find a place to eat or grab coffee. So that's the plan for today. Stick around. I'm gonna finish all this up and eat some breakfast because I'm kind of fading quick. So thanks for joining. All right, we're back at the table, back at the desk. I made some slight production improvements. I got a little light over here now. I got the GoPro plugged in, so I'm hoping it's gonna last the whole segment. Yesterday I got the tail end of the talking portion. I got both cameras, and it looked really good, so I was pleased with that. I wanna try it again. I am on the fence about how to play this section out, because it's a lot of talking, and I put chapters in every video so you can skip on through. But it's kind of, again, the vlog was initially meant to be stream of consciousness, but that was a long video. So let me know in the comments below what you think. See, the problem I have with this, what I'm doing right now, is that it's a bunch of what if, and no one, until they figure out time, space, travel, you can't tell. You don't know what if. So I hate playing that game, because I just think it's silly to think about what if I did get more into my adoption at a younger age. I probably would have done this and that. Like, I don't know that. No one knows that. So it's not really, it's not that it's not worth thinking about, it's that it's not constructive. That just leads you down a path of regret, and I think based off of nothing. So I think the thing I can definitively say and walk away from this little session with is that I recall my parents trying to open the door to explore my own adoption, and I declined. The reason I declined, I think at the time, it wasn't a conscious decision. I just wasn't interested, because it wasn't an issue for the 2 reasons that I mentioned. 1, my life of privilege, and 2, being in such a diverse and seemingly welcoming city, New York. So, you know, not finger wagging at anyone, including myself, it just didn't take place then. I then went on to have these experiences in school that I think left me disconnected and with all the qualities that I mentioned at the end of yesterday's video, for reasons other than being adopted. And then I think, actually, I'm jumping ahead here, but I think the race element came later. The race element came in college. That's it. So I think the lack of interest and lack of pursuit of my story as an adoptee early on in my life prevented me from preparing myself for the inevitable actual focus on my adoption later in life. That's my working theory, and that makes a lot of sense. I think today I was a little too narrowly focused on those beginning years, because I feel like I'm trying to fabricate some things that aren't there. They're just not there. I'm looking, but it's not there, and that's a possibility that what I'm looking for in that phase just wasn't there. I think the true feeling of rejection due to my race and my inability to connect to other Asians and or other people in general came in the college phase, and I'll focus on that in a different day because I'm pretty burnt out. I've worked myself in a circle here. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna transition because my brain is mush right now. I'm gonna go for a ride. We're gonna go get a coffee, and I'm gonna do a recap. I'm gonna think about it on the ride, and then I'm gonna try to, in a very short blurb, I'm going to explain this, the conclusion I've come to today. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's go. All right, guys, we are on our way up the West Side Highway. I took the triple out today to do something different. I've been dying to ride this bike. It's kind of not nice. I don't know. The temperature's all right. It looks a little overcast, so hopefully we don't get rained on. We're going to go up to the Met Cloisters touchdown, and I'll do a little sum up of today's video because today was very circular, and I ended up coming to a fairly simple point, which I'll discuss up there. So let's enjoy the ride now. I'll talk about all that later. Let's go. Taking me a minute to warm up on this bike. It's been a minute. I haven't ridden this in over a month. Yeah, I don't know. Last time I was on it, I was so fluid. I was just like, this thing was an extension of me. Sums up with me today. It's one of them days, you know. Oh, Midtown, look, the honeycomb thing. So this is Hudson Yards right here. All this new shit. Tons of big restaurants and developments and ton of money. it felt kind of good. I just get that last little bit. Everything else was pretty much garbage. All right, guys, so I'm up here at, what is this? The Met Cloisters. I like to ride up here usually during the winter, so the greenery usually is in here, and you can see it's a great view of the Hudson. But today unfortunately, it's sunny and bright, and the plants are having a great day, so I had to get out of the city, had to get out of all the chaos so that I could clear my head. Today was pretty cyclical. Today's video was, or not cyclical, today was very run around in a circle, if you will. This was a tough one, and I thought this would be an easier one because it was a little bit more focused than yesterday's video, which was about all stages of school. So, yeah, it kind of took me by surprise because I guess I found out really towards the end of the video that the point I was trying to make, and I suppose this is like a journalistic lesson, like don't try to force a story. Like I was trying to look for issues with my younger years of being adopted and how that would have negatively impacted my experience and the things that happened in school, but it didn't exist, or at least as of right now, I can't recall anything that was really overtly negative or swayed me in a certain direction when I was a kid regarding my adoption. I had a pretty good childhood, and so much so that I really didn't feel the need, I don't think I felt the need to explore that avenue because I really had everything that a kid needs. So, you know, I believe that I remember saying I'm not interested to my parents when they brought it up, and I think I truly meant that. But then the issue is, you know, it clearly has popped up, and it has popped up again and again throughout my life. So it's not a matter of if it's going to pop up, it's a matter of when. I suppose it just shifted to, if it wasn't going to be a thing early on, it'll be a thing in your 20s and then again in your 30s. So if I recall correctly, and I'll look into this in the next video or two when I do college. College was when my identity issues really started to surface. My Asianness, being Asian, kind of came to the surface, and that's, I suppose, the first glimpse of being adopted and being Asian being an issue for me. And I suppose I should do that first, and then there also is this thing of, you know, the school years, which I outlined in day 4, yesterday's video, did make me feel different and separate and rejected and lonely, isolated, etc. All of that stuff for separate reasons. Like that was a whole different category of things that affected me in a negative way. So I suppose I've had these two things, these two timelines going on kind of adjacent to one another, which is the Korean adopted thing and then the learning disability get shuttled around school thing, which makes it a little more complicated than just a straightforward being adopted. So there's something there. There's something to be discovered there. But walking away from today, I am feeling positive about the takeaway today. It's not nearly as satisfying as the past couple days where I've really like put things on paper and everything clicked. This one is still a bit delicate and I haven't fully fleshed it out. So that's what these daily videos are for. Anyway, I appreciate you all joining me. If whoever's watched a majority or a portion of that, I really appreciate it because that one was kind of tough and dense and nonsensical. I will continue to film every day, regardless of whether or not it's a smooth, well thought out, comes together, cohesive, beautiful video. What you see is what you get with these videos, and I'm just trying to portray my journey and struggle with all these things. So I'd love to know your opinions and comments below. Whether or not you're adopted. I'm gonna hang out here for a minute, chill out, then ride back to the city and probably go home and edit. There's a lot of footage from today, so I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Peace.